You learn the rules. Uh, it's all up.
In 1967, Paul Newman introduced moviegoers to Lucas Jackson, a rebellious man who becomes a hero to his fellow prison camp members for his fearlessness in the classic film Cool Hand Luke. Directed by Stuart Rosenberg, this movie starred Paul Newman and George Kennedy alongside a cast of great characters that are easily recognizable. The character of No Eyes had a dramatic effect on the cast that continued on, shaping the dynamics and emotions of the entire film. Luke Jackson's crime in the movie revolves around Newman's character, Luke Jackson, who is arrested for cutting the tops off rows of parking meters during a drunken spree in a small southern town. As a result, he is sentenced to 2 years of labor on a chain gang. Luke's journey unfolds as he navigates the challenges and struggles of life on the chain gang, facing both physical and emotional tests. The film delves into themes of rebellion, resilience, and the human spirit's ability to endure in the face of adversity. Through Luke's experiences, audiences are taken on a compelling and poignant exploration of redemption, friendship, and the pursuit of freedom amidst a backdrop of hardship and injustice. Luke Jackson, a loner, maintains his aloofness even while working in the blazing sun. Pretty soon, Luke antagonizes another prisoner named Draglin, the acknowledged leader of the chain gang. The tension between these two continues to mount until they finally fight it out, with Draglin beating Luke, but unable to make him give up. The dynamic between Luke and Draglin is central to the movie's themes of rebellion, camaraderie, and resilience. As their conflict unfolds, deeper layers of their characters and motivations are revealed, adding complexity to their relationship within the harsh confines of the prison system. Cool Hand Luke masterfully captures the struggle for individual identity and dignity in the face of oppression and authority, making it a timeless classic that resonates with audiences to this day.
Why?
You couldn't heft an axe.
Can to.
I bet you can't.
Can to.
Luke's skill at poker and his refusal to break under pressure from the sadistic guards earned him the respect of Draglin and admiration from the other inmates. After a short time, he received a farewell visit from his dying mother. Shortly after, a telegram arrived informing him of her passing. This turn of events added a layer of emotional depth to the movie, showcasing Luke's resilience in the face of challenges, while also highlighting the fragile nature of life and relationships. The juxtaposition of Luke's strength at the poker table with the vulnerability he displayed upon hearing about his mother's death created a poignant and memorable moment in the film. Through these scenes, the audience witnesses the complexity of Luke's character and the depth of his experiences within the confines of a prison setting, making Cool Hand Luke a gripping and thought-provoking cinematic masterpiece.
Down in there, get it in.
That's the last one in there now, baby.
In Cool Hand Luke, unable to bear the confinement he's in, Luke saws a hole in the floor under his bunk and escapes. However, he's captured, brutally beaten, and put in ankle chains. Undaunted by this, he breaks out again, but is recaptured once more. Every effort is made to break his will. Luke is bludgeoned and overworked until he begs the guards for mercy.
Wait a second. What we got to do?
As Luke gives in to the guards, he falls from grace, transitioning from a hero to a man held in contempt by those around him. Suddenly, he escapes in a dump truck with Draglin close behind. Together, they find sanctuary in a church. The tension and drama escalate as their fate hangs in the balance, leading to a thrilling conclusion in this classic movie.
Tell us what happened. How far'd you get? Shut up, enemy. About a mile.
In the movie Cool Hand Luke, Luke sends Draglin away and attempts to settle his score with God. Partly out of love for Luke, and partly out of fear for his own safety, Draglin returns with the guards instead of surrendering. Luke stands before a window and shouts his defiance until he is silenced by a bullet. After being beaten into submission, the hysterical Draglin returns to the chain gang and continues to perpetuate the legend of Cool Hand Luke. The story, penned by an ex-con during his time in the Merchant Marine, follows Don Pierce's journey from a counterfeiter caught in a French prison to a safe cracker in the U.S. A waitress betrayal lands him on a prison road gang, where he first hears about Luke Jackson, Inspired by his encounters, Draglin's return to the chain gang sets off a chain of events that solidify the infamous reputation of Cool Hand Luke.
God's sake, don't hit me anymore.
What was that you said?
The real-life inspiration for Luke Jackson, an accomplished poker player, banjo expert, and the man who famously consumed 50 boiled eggs for a bet, penned a book entitled Cool Hand Luke in 1965. Subsequently, he sold the movie rights to Warner Brothers for $80,000 and received an extra $15,000 to write the screenplay. This classic tale of resilience and rebellion became a beloved film, captivating audiences with its portrayal of a man defying the odds against him. The movie breathed life into the character, bringing his journey to the big screen with depth and emotion, resonating with viewers worldwide. Luke's story, immortalized through the film, continues to inspire and captivate audiences, showcasing the enduring power of the human spirit in the face of adversity. During the screenplay development of Cool Hand Luke, the writer had his first chance at crafting a script, but struggled with it. Eventually, Frank Pearson was brought in to revise the drafts. Interestingly, Pearson not only reworked the screenplay, but also played the role of the convict sailor in the film. Additionally, he served as the production's technical advisor, bringing both his creative and practical expertise to this classic 1967 movie.
Sit right and say.
Dear boys, playing it cool.
Jack Lemmon's production and casting challenges were significant during the making of Cool Hand Luke. Lemmon's production company Jalen Productions had the opportunity to have him play the lead role, but he realized he wasn't the right fit. Their attempt to cast Telly Savalas was thwarted as he was busy filming in Europe for The Dirty Dozen. This hurdle forced the production to seek other options for the starring role, ultimately propelling the film's development forward.
Some men you just can't reach. So you get what we had here last week.
While Cool Hand Luke was set in Florida, the filming took place in Stockton, California. The production crew meticulously documented an actual prison in Florida, capturing photographs and measurements to replicate the scene in Stockton. Dozens of buildings, including barracks, mess halls, and guardhouses, were painstakingly constructed to recreate the authentic prison setting from Florida. This attention to detail brought the movie to life, capturing the essence of the original location seamlessly. To create authenticity in the filming of Cool Hand Luke, the production team went to great lengths. They shipped in a boatload of Spanish moss from Louisiana to hang from the trees. The director enforced strict rules on set, prohibiting the actors' wives from visiting to immerse the men in the chain gang experience. This decision aimed to have the actors truly feel like members of a chain gang. As a result, women were banned from the set to maintain this realistic environment. These efforts added depth and realism to the movie, enhancing the overall impact of the storytelling.
You hang on in there, Luke. You hang on.
In the movie Cool Hand Luke, even Joy Harmon, who played Lucille, the blonde responsible for driving the guys crazy during the car wash scene, was kept away from the cast. She had to stay in a hotel all alone for 2 days before she shot the car wash scene. She had no idea how suggestive the scene was until she eventually saw it in the theater. Harmon went on to say that she felt a little bit embarrassed when she saw it at the premiere.
Too far when you mess with the man with no eyes. You're gonna be out here in a little bit. Why don't you take it a little easy?
In the 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke, the scene where Paul Newman plays Plastic Jesus as an ode to his mother was originally scheduled for the beginning of the shoot. However, after he insisted on learning how to play the instrument, the director delayed that shoot for a few weeks. When they finally tried it, the playing that Paul Newman did was unsatisfactory. As a result, the scene was bumped up until the next to the last day of production. Newman's dedication to learning the instrument and perfecting the scene showcases his commitment to his craft and attention to detail in bringing his character to life. This behind-the-scenes insight adds depth to the film and highlights Newman's passion for his role in Cool Hand Luke. In the 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke, the director and Newman had a shouting match over a particular scene. Newman just couldn't get it right, but eventually they got a cut they could use that was perfect for the film. The opening scenes of the movie set the stage for a great film, showing Paul Newman cutting off the heads of parking meters. This iconic moment was filmed in Lodi, California. Interestingly, after filming was complete, the city didn't replace those meters. For many years afterward, visitors could see a block-long row of metal posts without meters, preserving a piece of cinematic history. Cool Hand Luke truly left a lasting impact on the town of Lodi.
Where'd the road go?
That's it. That's the end of it.
In the movie Cool Hand Luke, the scene where Luke is visited by his mother needed to be filmed in only one day. This scene had 8 dialogue-filled pages, which was quite the tall order. However, because the 2 cast members involved, Paul Newman and Jovan Fleet, were stage-trained professionals, all of this went off without a hitch, and they got it completed on schedule.
Cut it out! Cut it out! All right! Last bell! You want to spend?
The fight scene between Dragline and Luke took 3 days to shoot. George Kennedy said that they were both completely worn out from all the fighting. Now, one of the most iconic lines in the movie is the phrase, "What we've got here is a failure to communicate." This was voted as the number 11 movie quote by the American Film Institute.
Nobody can eat 50 eggs.
Morgan Woodward, who portrayed Boss Godfrey as the man with no eyes in the movie, truly embodied his character on set. His performance was so convincing that it intimidated many of his fellow cast members. Woodward's dedication to staying in character was remarkable. Even during breaks in filming, he would remain seated in his chair, still donning his mirrored sunglasses, and would not engage in conversation with anyone. This commitment added an extra layer of authenticity to his portrayal, leaving a lasting impact on those around him.
Now, you may be just great at hanging paper around a big city and passing bad checks, but us country boys ain't in time.
In the movie Cool Hand Luke, the character's method acting and the impact of his mirrored sunglasses were pivotal. He successfully created a distance between the guards and the actors or inmates, showcasing a powerful effect. This strategy proved so effective that the famous Stanford prison experiment utilized the same tactic in 1971 at Stanford University. The mirrored glasses not only added to the character's mystique, but also played a crucial role in shaping the dynamic between the characters within the movie, leaving a lasting influence on both cinema and real-life social experiments.
You ain't alone. Everywhere you go, I'm with you.
The Stanford Prison Experiment was a 2-week simulation about the prison environment to study the psychological effects on individuals acting as prisoners or guards. This experiment has faced significant criticism. What is particularly intriguing is the use of the sunglasses from the famous movie to differentiate between the 2 groups in both the experiment and the film. In both cases, the Cool Hand Luke sunglasses played a role in segregating the classes of individuals. This connection adds a unique layer of discussion to both the experiment and the movie's themes of power dynamics and authority. It serves as a fascinating insight into how visual cues can impact perceptions and behaviors within controlled environments. Cool Hand Luke offers a lens through which to examine the complexities of human behavior and social structures in extreme situations like those portrayed in the experiment. The iconic sunglasses serve as a symbol of status and control, influencing the interactions between the characters and shedding light on the underlying power struggles present in such environments. The parallels drawn between the experiment and the movie deepen our understanding of the roles individuals assume in hierarchical systems and the implications of such dynamics on their psyche. This comparison offers a thought-provoking exploration of power, identity, and social order in both real-world and cinematic contexts.
King 4-3, you got a 9, nothing visible. Pair of 7s and a jack gets a 6.
In February of 2019, Morgan Woodward passed away, leaving Lou Antonio as the sole surviving cast member from this classic movie. Lou Antonio's connection to the film now stands as a poignant reminder of the passing years since the movie's release. With Morgan Woodward's death, a piece of cinematic history has been laid to rest, but the memory of their performances in this iconic film lives on through those who cherish their work. Lou Antonio's status as the last remaining cast member serves as a testament to the enduring legacy of this beloved movie, ensuring that their contributions to cinema will never be forgotten. In a small town in the 1960s, there was this classic movie called Cool Hand Luke. It was a big deal at the time, The film was all about a guy called Luke who got into some trouble and ended up in a tough prison. It was a real popular movie back then, and lots of people went to see it. This movie was special because it showed a different side of life that many folks hadn't seen before. Cool Hand Luke was one of those movies that made you think about things in a new way. It was a movie that stayed with people long after they left the theater.
What's the deal?
Man, you think you've been working hard? This mother's gonna break your back.
When assembling the cast for the 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke, the casting process involved careful selection of key actors for their roles. Each actor underwent auditions and chemistry tests to ensure they fit their characters perfectly. Paul Newman was chosen to play Luke after a captivating audition that showcased his raw talent and charisma. George Kennedy's chemistry with Newman during auditions secured his role as dragline, adding depth to their on-screen relationship. Strother Martin's unforgettable audition as the captain sealed his position in the film, bringing a commanding presence to his character. The pivotal moments during auditions and chemistry tests defined the casting choices, resulting in a stellar ensemble that brought the characters to life on screen.
Getting up here, car.
Hey, now.
The directorial vision behind the 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke was characterized by a gritty and realistic approach to storytelling. The director aimed to capture the struggles of the protagonist in a raw and authentic manner, drawing inspiration from classic American cinema and the anti-hero archetype. With a focus on character development and social commentary, the director's style emphasized nuanced performances and a stark visual aesthetic to convey the harsh realities of the narrative. Collaborating closely with the cast and crew, the director fostered a creative environment that encouraged improvisation and spontaneity, allowing the actors to bring depth and emotion to their roles. This collaborative effort helped to shape the film's distinctive tone and atmosphere, making Cool Hand Luke a timeless classic that continues to resonate with audiences today. The production of the 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke involved meticulous set design and selecting authentic locations to capture the essence of the story. Filming faced logistical challenges due to the remote settings required for many scenes. To overcome these obstacles, the crew utilized innovative techniques like portable cameras and lightweight equipment to navigate difficult terrain. The use of advanced lighting setups helped create the desired ambience, enhancing the visual appeal of the film. Despite the challenges, the creative team's dedication and technological advancements contributed to the success of Cool Hand Luke. The musical score and soundtrack of the 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke were carefully crafted to enhance the narrative and emotional tone of the film. Composers and musicians worked together to create music that perfectly captured the mood of each scene. The soundtrack featured a blend of country, blues, and gospel music, reflecting the southern setting of the film and the struggles of its characters. The iconic theme song, Just a Closer Walk with Thee, added a poignant and reflective element to the movie, emphasizing the themes of redemption and freedom. Through their music, the composers and musicians added depth and emotion to Cool Hand Luke, making it a truly memorable cinematic experience.
What's wrong? I think he's gonna throw up. Oh, no.
That's it. He's finished. That's all. Come on, Luke. 18.
The most iconic scenes of the 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke include the egg eating contest, the failure to communicate scene, and the escape attempt sequence. In the egg eating contest, the direction highlighted Paul Newman's captivating performance as Luke, while showcasing the brutal reality of life in a chain gang. The failure to communicate scene, with the famous line delivered by Strother Martin, emphasized the oppressive environment and Luke's defiance. The escape attempt scene featured intense cinematography, capturing Luke's desperation and determination, leaving a lasting impact on the audience. Filmmakers praised Newman's nuanced portrayal, with actor George Kennedy stating the scene symbolized resilience and rebellion.
Kick it back.
The 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke had a significant cultural and social impact. The film resonated with audiences through its portrayal of rebellion against authority and the theme of individualism. Paul Newman's iconic portrayal of the lead character influenced pop culture by showcasing a charismatic anti-hero. Cool Hand Luke contributed to discussions on relevant social themes by addressing issues of conformity power dynamics, and the struggle for personal freedom. The movie's themes of resilience and defiance in the face of oppression struck a chord with viewers and sparked conversations about societal norms and the desire for independence.
Oh, I call.
Cool Hand Luke, released in 1967, received positive critical reception. Critics praised Paul Newman's performance as the titular character, with many highlighting the film's exploration of nonconformity and rebellion. Audience reactions were also favorable, with viewers appreciating the film's powerful storytelling and memorable characters. The movie received several accolades, including an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for George Kennedy, who played Dragline. This recognition solidified the film's impact and showcased the talent of the cast and crew. Additionally, Cool Hand Luke garnered several other nominations, further emphasizing its quality in the eyes of industry professionals. These critical acclaim and awards hold significant meaning for those involved in the film. They serve as validation of their hard work and creative efforts, highlighting their skill and dedication to their craft. The accolades also help to elevate their careers, opening up new opportunities and increasing their standing in the entertainment industry. Overall, the positive critical reception, audience reactions, and awards received by Cool Hand Luke are a testament to the film's lasting impact and the talent of everyone involved in bringing this iconic story to life.
Better. Straight out, Luke.
Give me a piece of paper.
He's finished. Give me the please. That's right.
During the filming of Cool Hand Luke, Paul Newman, who played the lead role of Luke, performed many of his own stunts, showcasing his dedication to authenticity in his performance. Additionally, the iconic scene where Luke wins a poker game with a bluff was actually inspired by a real-life experience of one of the crew members who used a similar strategy in a poker game. The camaraderie among the cast and crew on set created a supportive and creative atmosphere, fostering memorable moments that translated into the powerful on-screen chemistry seen in the film. The behind-the-scenes anecdotes from the making of Cool Hand Luke highlight the collaborative effort and passion that went into creating this classic movie.
On the dashboard of my car.
Released in 1967, the film Cool Hand Luke has left a lasting legacy in cinema history. Its portrayal of a rebellious figure challenging authority resonated with audiences and critics alike. This movie's impact on future filmmaking is evident in its influence on character-driven narratives and themes of individualism. Cool Hand Luke inspired a new wave of films that explored similar themes of defiance and resistance. Its iconic scenes and memorable quotes have become ingrained in popular culture, ensuring its place as a classic American film.
Imagine how well you feel. He's all right. He's all right. He's gonna make himself sick.
As you reflect on the 1967 movie Cool Hand Luke, perhaps you've been inspired by its themes of rebellion and resilience. Did Luke's defiance resonate with your own experiences or challenge your outlook on cinema? Share your thoughts, memories, and how this classic film has left its mark on you. Let's connect over shared cinematic passions and explore the impact of storytelling together. Your voice adds depth to our cinematic journey. Like, share, and subscribe for more cinematic discussions and discoveries.
Through the days of toil that's near,